energizing combo sets. Hearty noodle bowls. Waterfall soup.
Starry night, a loving mother, a flame-eating father. Look up, cherish both her luminous love and caring, his wrath and cruelty. Yet the father, devouring all flame and glare, never graced the sky.
Walah, ternyata masih ada update-nya.
Janice Quarter, a premier shopping destination. Discover style, adventure, and endless energy. Everything you're looking for is here.
Ini sih harus gacha gak sih? Tapi masalahnya nggak ada polychrome-nya.
Hello and welcome to my channel, Dulu's Gaming. What do you get when you mix vampires, jet thrusters, and a crippling crush on Faithin? That's right, it's a Vivian guide video. In this ultimate guide, we'll go over everything you need to know about Vivian. Feather. Okay, let's take a quick look at this clip, and right here at this still shot, you can see that there are actually two blooms, both scaling up.
Bang, gue dapat triggernya Hamin satu tutup banner. Aku malah gak dapat. Aku dapat. Aku untuk triggernya sih dapat, tapi cuman signaturnya gak dapat aku. Mepet banget aku. PT berapa ya punya aku? PT 40-an, 40 atau 50 gitu kan. Tapi masih belum dapat signaturnya. Sampai kering, literally kering. Gue dapat sengaja ambil trigger doang, Bang. Oh alah. Gak ambil signaturnya ya. Padahal signatur sama enggak bedanya kerasa banget sih. Aku kan pakai signaturnya itu kan. Apa itu? Cengyi. Kalau aku bandingin sama yang lain masih agak kurang gitu damage-nya. Kamu ini Gacha Vivian juga gak? Bentar, punya aku masih update. Lah gue HPT dapat di PT 70-an.
Whether it's yourself,
Aku sama aku juga dapat di PT sama sih, aku 79 kalau nggak salah. PT itunya, PT triggernya. Untung aja menang red off. Kalau nggak menang red off ya nggak bakal dapat trigger aku. Kayak nggak tahu bang, soalnya kan red off. Iya ya, aku red off juga. Udah kering banget punya aku polychrome-nya. Literally kering-kering.
disaster supplies should you buy?
Don't know the escape route?
Don't panic.
The answer's here. Bang knows. Bang knows. Bang who knows.
Gue harusnya masih banyak bang, soalnya banyak misi yang belum dikerjain. Walah, kalau masih banyak sih enak. Di ZZZ misinya gede-gede itunya. Apa itu, polychrome-nya cepet dapetinnya. Dan farmingnya itu cepet kalau ladangnya masih banyak. Kalau aku kan udah endgame banget kan, ya ladangnya udah habis semua. Iya bang, cuman waktu mainnya juga sih ini masalahnya bang, bagi waktu kerja juga. Oh, tapi enaknya ZZZ ya gak lama-lama banget itu kayak misi-misinya. Ini loh ada kode redeemnya lumayan, 60 polychrome. Lumayan lah 60 polychrome. Oke, makasih. Oke. Ini aku mau nguli dulu aja sih. Soalnya udah kering. Udah kering banget. Dapat dari ini 1. Oh ya, kode redeemnya dulu. Lumayan 60. 60 tambah ini 600. Baru 1000 sih, kurang dikit lagi 1600. Bentar, aku daily dulu. Ini aku mau daily terus gue belum baca lagi tentang Vivian ini apa. Aku juga belum baca aku belum tahu kit-kitnya sih. Tadi ini baru nonton ini aku. Baru baca-baca soal Vivian-nya.
Off of Jane's assault. And one
Damage-nya
more
gede
quick
banget
note
sih aku
about
lihat
her
dari
additional
sini.
ability. It does specifically say when Vivian's ally, so this means that if Vivian triggers a
lumayan
corrosion,
banyak
she won't a bloom. As we can see, Vivian will want to spend as many guard feathers as possible to trigger as many ablooms as possible, effectively multiplying the
Gue belum baca lagi tentang Vivian ini. Ini ya
amount
banyak
of
banget
anomalous
kitnya soalnya
damage
ini.
dealt. And the
Sama teksnya juga banyak.
next question is special.
Aku juga belum tahu juga sih. Kalau bisa masuk di banyak party ada kemungkinan 3 sih. Oh, kayaknya bisa sih. Vivian bisa masuk di semua anomali gak sih? Hampir ke semua anomali Vivian. Bentar aku coba. Kalau di sini timnya
Despite being such a complicated character, she does great with literally any other anomaly agent.
oh
Let's
ya
start
emang ini di sini ya juga
with, in
dijelasin
my
bisa
opinion, her best feeling team
bisa
with
pakai
Jane
anomali
and
apa
Astra.
aja.
Jane
Bisa
deals
Jane
massive
Astra.
instances of assault damage, and Vivian can Astra Yao as an active both Ration, Nicole, Seth, etc. But I do think Astra Yao at least the anomaly Lucy. Piper is unique in that she can, for very little energy,
Ada roketnya anjir
activate
di
2
roketnya,
guard
iya.
pillars with her enhanced EX
Ada roketnya bisa terbang juga.
special. A funny team that this is they have seen Vivian is a great low field time disorder, boom damage, be pure chaos, don't strong.
Bisa semua ini. Bisa tim anomali apa aja. Tapi aku belum tahu yang paling optimal yang mana.
Jumpstart your day. Sometimes stopping to take a break can help you go further.
Bisa terbang juga Vivian. Agak lucu sih. Agen lain nggak bisa apa itu namanya. Agen lain nggak bisa lompat, dia malah bisa terbang.
Got you covered. Ether vision activate. Down strategy. Outbound. You're in my sight. Wide open.
Enak banget pas main punya trigger komboin sama Rumasa. Enak emang trigger. Dia cuman hold basic attack gitu kan. Terus swap ke agen yang lain. Triggernya udah damage-nya gede, terus ditambah dash-nya banyak juga dash-nya. Baru kekumpul 7 ini. Bentar, nguli dulu. Masih PT 0 punya aku. Support yang bagus bintang 4 apa bang? Lucy sama Nicole.
The anticipation off stage is the perfect
Paling bagus itu Lucy sama Nicole paling
Don't
bagus.
just think about it. Do it.
Apalagi M6. Dia ningkatin crit soalnya. Bisa ningkatin crit attackermu. Sama ngurangin defense.
Pick me and I promise you'll
Paling
learn
bagus support sih Nicole sih. Terus yang kedua ini
Good
Lucy.
day, Proxy.
Lucy supportnya masih di bawah Nicole, tapi damage-nya lebih gede kalau Lucy. Nicole masih N0 bang. Gak apa-apa sih, masih
Don't
bagus.
just think about it. Do it.
Yang penting ini core skill-nya di upgrade. Lucy N6 gue bang. Wah, malah bagus mas buat Lucy aja. Nicole N0 ya masih bagus sih. Soalnya kan dia yang penting core skill-nya ini untuk ngurangin defense.
Pick me and I promise you'll learn big.
Nyelesain nyelesain ini dulu lah. Demo. Berarti pas gue bang, soalnya party gue yang baru main ini baru ada masa trigger sama Lucy. Iya pas. Lucy bisa hampir ditaruh mana aja sih. Apalagi di kayak tim Fire gitu kan, Evelyn atau Soldier 11, sama itu juga bisa sama apa itu namanya? Apa itu yang muter-muter itu loh? Bintang 4 sama-sama fraksinya sama. Kok lupa aku malah. Piper ya, Piper. Lucy sama Piper bagus banget itu. Koe laut gak, kolet gak. Piper. Ini 4 basic attack. Oh ini flag fighter. Oh ini terbang gini ya. Ini gimana ya maksudnya?
Better not get my chest dirty.
Oh.
Don't touch me, fool.
Vivian yang sekarang itu ya target. Oh bisa swap gitu ya.
Okay.
Bisa offfield juga ya.
Don't touch me. You rang? Don't interrupt. Who dares get between me and Lord Satan? Oh, this little one is so cute. He'll just explode. Stand still.
Gede juga damage-nya, padahal cuman demo doang.
I'll take you.
Gacha Jendo gak sih ya?
No escape.
Out of my way.
Want some more? The final act begins now.
I'll do my best. Surrender now.
Eat. Let's make this quick.
You may remain silent. Prepare to face judgment.
Okay.
Found your weakness. I'll make it painless.
You're under arrest.
Gacha Vivian doang atau Zenless juga ya? Masalahnya direct marketing masih belum ada kan? Direct marketing patch selanjutnya. Mau nyelesain demo dulu ini. Ya masih belum ada direct marketingnya.
I'm cruising now. Better buckle up.
Leave it to Billy. It's showtime!
Home run! Healing sensor fired up!
Kurang satu lagi ya. Demo set.
Great hit!
They're exposed. Thunder!
Seth in position.
At your command.
I'm not a loser! A solid hit!
An opening.
Great hit! A solid hit!
Neutralize.
Prepare to face judgment.
Target confirmed. Go.
Perfect teamwork! A beautiful shooting star!
Stunner, Silver sama support ya udah mati-mati ini musuhnya.
My turn. Seth reporting in.
Standing by.
Great hit!
Here goes.
Preparing takedown. Thunder! They're exposed.
Nah, baru aja. Masih berapa ini? Masih kurang 330. Mau nyelesain itu dulu, event dulu biar bisa gacha. Ini kah?
Ah, you've arrived. I wanted to ask you some questions about store management.
Actually, Belle's the one who's been managing the video store for the most part. But go ahead. I'll answer to the best of my ability.
Customers have always loved purchasing carefully arranged bouquets. The flowers glistening with morning dew add beauty to their lives. And that, in itself, is fulfilling for me. Yet lately, a customer mentioned that rather than buying bouquets in full bloom, he wants to spend time with his flowers. However, simple potted plants don't quite have the same aesthetic charm. So, I was thinking, perhaps I could create custom potted floral arrangements.
Good idea. And potted floral arrangements perfectly suit Dew Gardening's vibe.
Since you agree, could I have the honor of inviting you to be our part-time manager and special floral designer for the next few days?
That was abrupt. So, are you gonna be busy?
Yes. Spring is here. No self-respecting connoisseur of flowers would dare to miss this season. I plan to travel for a few days and find novel flora for my shop. But the floral arrangement project is just getting started. Pausing it now might let the customers down. As an experienced store manager, you must understand my concerns. So...
Well, since you asked, I'll do my best to take care of Dew Gardening these next few days. But I don't know how this works. Could you show...
As a floral designer, well, it's a bit...
Suruh ngapain ini? The flower activated in the 4 layers. Complete. What's the level for component? Level fulus. Apa itu level fulus? Flower daisy. Level fulus. Oh, berarti 2 gini kan? Oh.
A combination of simplicity and modernity with no effort.
Nah, gini doang, gampang banget. Mana ini? Oh, continue business. Ribbon flowers. Caranya gimana tadi, lupa aku malah. Oh. Oh, ini. Nggak kelihatan tombolnya.
A combination of simplicity and modernity.
Tapi gini doang, cepet banget ya katanya.
Daisies always carry the morning dew, innocent and fresh.
Gampang banget ini eventnya. Cuman gini doang. Rare ada tiket. Oh, sekarang udah agak rumit. Ini berarti ini. Bedanya tuh sama dengan 3, baru 2. Nah,
The sweet aroma of
You certainly do have an...
You think I have
It's because you ease... After all, talent and what you accomplished can... Just as Orchidea wrote in her notes, this potted arrangement has achieved that. So I brought snacks. Oh, don't worry.
experimented?
Oh,
ini
what a
Rina
coincidence.
VA-nya diganti gak sih?
A coincidence indeed. Oh, is my previous...
It is a little
Kalau
difficult.
nggak salah
yes.
diganti VA-nya sih.
I've visited several old friends in search of the flower she meant. However, a flower that only blooms in an area that has been repeatedly ravaged by Hollow Zero and then restored and looks similar to a symbiotic ethereal. No one's ever seen such a thing.
Lycon and I have been
Oh iya,
gathering
diganti.
intel as well, but without
Yang
much
diganti
success.
English
Our
VA-nya
client has
kolega
failed to find
Grace
any other
Rina.
way to get close to that. There's only 2 days until the banquet.
Tapi gak
I hope this
beda-beda
doesn't
amat sih.
become a...
Sama aja.
As expected of Victoria Housekeeping, you're so dedicated to every commission you get.
Right. It's not, I'll keep an eye out for you. Fortunately, I've already found. You've seen Weiss's work already, right, Rina?
Agreed. You are truly astute, Miss Orchidea. Then I'll thank you and our dear guide in advance then. The banquet still requires more preparations. Please contact me if there are any new developments.
Welcome to Do Gardening.
Samnya lebih dari atau sama dengan 2. Kayak ini berarti. Terus harganya yang murah-murah aja. Oh, pakai yang ini. Aksesoris ini berarti. Nah,
Aldister. Your feelings?
oh polikromnya banyak juga ya ternyata. Nah, bisa di speedrun 1 hari kah ini? Oh, gak bisa di speedrun.
You're welcome to come back any...
Gacha dulu gak sih? Aduh, tapi masih PT 0 ini. Paling tapi bagus banget sih erengnya Piper sama apa itu set.
The anticipation
Soalnya punya aku
offstage is the
erengnya
perfect prelude.
kebanyakan udah pada M6 kecuali Piper masih M4, terus setnya masih M3.
If you need help,
Yang
call
lain
me
udah
anytime.
M6 semua kecuali Piper. Jadi bener ini bagus banget sih. Nonton udah habis gitu doang.
The anticipation off stage is the perfect.
A mission?
Sekali gacha doang
Take
udah
me
habis
along.
polychrome gue. Gak punya tabungan polychrome soalnya gara-gara kemarin itu kan gacha trigger
If
udah
you
habis
need help,
duluan,
call me anytime.
jadi harus mulai lagi nyelesain event.
Welcome to Do Gardening.
RT. Oh, dance back bottom. Nah,
The warm wooden bake.
wooden pot, terus crispy star biscuit. Yang mana itu? Oh, yang ini. Semua kan?
Sunflower.
Gampang banget ini di speedrun eventnya. No red, blue, or yellow. Terus ini
The sweet aroma of lilies is a blessing of happiness and harmony.
Trial Crescent Moon. Yang mana itu? Yang ini gak sih? Nah, pakai yang putih ini. Nah, ini kan.
The simple blue.
Oh, ini udah mentok segini.
Next time you visit, you might encounter the bouquet that opens up your heart.
Bisa install dulu. Udah sekarat ini anu.
Wata wata. Wata wata. Huh? Enda.
Ya ternyata ada bisa duduk di sini ya ternyata. Biasanya kan kalau yang West duduknya di sini.
Lord Phaethon, this time let me.
Vivian? Vivian?
I didn't disturb your sleep, did I?
One epilogue.
When I got here, the other Lord Phaethon said you were resting on the couch and just let me in. I meant to keep you company while you slept, but then I dozed off myself. Ugh. I was going to sit here looking super cute, hands cupping my face. You know, like the #1 sleepy face I want to wake up to pose. I can't believe I ended up falling asleep myself.
What the
Vivian, are you sure you're awake? That sounded like sleep talk. I'm sure sleeping in that position couldn't have been comfortable either.
No, Lord Phaethon. I was just worried that I had disturbed your rest. Just being able to see you sleeping peacefully is already the highlight of my day. No, my entire month. Though it is a bit late, but good morning, Lord Phaethon.
You're here super early today, Vivian. Is there something urgent?
Mockingbird's death has stirred up quite the storm. I took some time to gather it. It seems someone deliberately leaked the story that Hugo is an illegitimate child of the Ravenlock family. But I haven't found the source yet.
Could it be Hugo's uncle, Hartman? Maybe he's trying to turn people against Hugo and Mockingbird by playing the illegitimate child card.
I suspected that too. He could be using Hugo's background to make people believe Mockingbird is just another Top's pawn. To the upper class, Mockingbird may be insignificant. But it has a loyal. But after some digging, I was surprised to find that the public isn't turning on Hugo. They're actually starting to see him in a better light. Some people feel bad for him. Some relate to his struggles. And Hartman's the one getting all the heat. Public outcry against Hartman is growing, with many believing he murdered Hugo for his own selfish gain. Tops is hosting an industry summit this week.
Siapa ya kok? Oh,
A
aku lupa ya
responsibility
Tops.
usually handled by the
PS.
Ravenlocks. But my sources tell me another family has taken over this year at the last minute. If I'm not mistaken, Tops is intentionally keeping its distance from the Ravenlock family due to the current public sentiment.
Ravenlock family.
Based on our past experience with Hartman, he's not the type to sit back and let anyone mess with his power or interests.
And that's what worries me. Hartman, in all likelihood, must have taken the sacrifice core. And now that he has this bargaining chip, who knows what kind of deal he'll strike with the Exaltists.
Sorry for interrupting. Can I borrow
Oh, no problem at all. I'm sure. Take your time. I'll just be with.
Wait! Don't go.
Oh, don't mind me, Lord Phaethon. I wanted to browse the video. I'll be right here. Just.
Thank goodness Vivian didn't walk out the main door. Lycon's been pacing around outside for like half an hour and scared off at least 5 customers. He's stressing over what he did to Hugo in front of Vivian, but he really needs to talk to us. Maybe you should go speak with him first?
Sure, I'll go talk to him. At the end of the day, we're all after the same enemy. As proxies, we should become the bridge between them.
Kok malah banyak udah ada side quest lagi kali. Soalnya kan di versi-versi sebelumnya kayaknya side questnya udah kering banget kan.
Good morning, Master Proxy.
Nggak kayak waktu awal-awal rilis.
Good morning.
Jarang banget ada side
Belle
quest.
just let me know you wanted to talk to us and Vivian about something.
Yes, it's an urgent request from the mayor, one that directly affects New Eridu's safety. However, before we get into the details, as a former member of Mockingbird, I'm concerned about Miss Vivian. Hugo made many mistakes and betrayed the principles of Mockingbird, but I'm certain he didn't intend to put Miss Vivian or you in danger. I don't know Miss Vivian very well, and I was the one who took her companion's life. I might not be the right person to comfort her, but I hope she doesn't regret the choices she made or lose faith in the path she chose.
Vivian doesn't seem down at all. In fact, she's been actively gathering intel. I think she's handling If you're feeling bad about what happened with Hugo, it might be a good idea to talk to Vivian directly. From what I've seen, she's not as fragile as you might think.
That's reassuring to hear. I trust your judgment. You've always had a sharp eye for people. Would you mind coming in with me? I'd like to apologize to Miss Vivian in person.
Sure, but just to be clear, I'm staying neutral and not picking sides. You both have your own stance on this. As a proxy, I'll do my best to help facilitate honest communication.
I respect that. Thank you. Miss Vivian, I'm very sorry about Hugo.
You don't have to explain anything. I'm also part of Mockingbird. Mockingbird stands on more than just gain, so it won't fall when fortunes shift. Hugo had his fixations and ambitions. I also have things I must see through. I'm determined to get to the bottom of the Exaltists and the sacrifices.
Miss Vivian, as a former member of Mockingbird, you have my deepest respect. You have my word, whatever comes next. I would never harm you or Master Proxy. As for Hugo, please accept my condolences.
Condolences? That's not necessary. Mockingbird has plenty of tricks up its sleeves. This isn't the kind of act that ends so easily. Wouldn't you agree?
You're right.
I'm glad you guys are on the same page, but why do I feel like I'm being left in the dark?
Master Proxy, I believe we all share the same goal. Uncover the truth of the Exaltists and the sacrifices. The mayor has tasked me with inviting you to take on this mission, and hopes we can work together moving forward.
If the mayor wants to work with us, I trust he will demonstrate his sincerity in kind. Mockingbird will not serve as a pawn for the powerful. That will never change.
Of course. While the mayor cannot handle this personally, he will make sure we have all the... Miss Vivian, I know you have your own intelligence network, but for some high-profile shady dealings, perhaps please take your time to
Belle, Vivian, and I need to think this through carefully with everything at stake.
Of course. I completely understand.
Atas the Maya.
I'll connect the call to the mayor now.
My dear friends, I'm glad you're willing to keep working. I'm truly sorry about what happened to Mr. Hugo Vlad. I didn't anticipate things would turn out this way. As mayor, I can't fully condone Mockingbird's actions, but personally, I had a lot of respect for Mr. Hugo Vlad. I looked further into Bringer's map. The sacrifices were created by an exaltist named Landon, who was active in Janus Quarter. Mr. Landon passed away in an accident a few years ago. Before he died, he was researching sacrifices and was said to have created a batch of serum that could turn living people into sacrifices. The problem was, the serum wasn't stable, and after his death, the recipe was lost. No one knows what happened to the exaltist in Janus Quarter back then. But it's clear that after the leader died, there haven't been major exaltist activities in the area. Bringer's map marks the locations where the exaltists most successful.
The leader of the exaltists in Janus Quarter died a few years back. They haven't been active since. Could it be that Hartman was just acting on his own?
Unfortunately, that's not the case. My sources confirmed that Hartman had been secretly in contact with someone.
Is it possible it's someone from Tops?
Tops apaan sih? Itu tadi aku lupa soalnya Tops.
Instead, they just sit back and reap the rewards. Everything Hartman is doing is to secure his place in Tops and strengthen his power within the Ravenlock family. If my guess is correct, Hartman has gotten in touch with the remaining members of the Exaltists that used to follow Landon.
Oh, yang kacamata merah.
But what's in it for Tops? There's no way the Exaltists would just hand over their secrets about sacrifices to Hartman, right?
A sacrifice outbreak would throw the city into chaos. The public will see the mayor as incompetent. And when that happens...
Still sharp as ever.
So, what exactly? Please don't tell me you're doing this out of some I'm not some hero of justice.
We have a common enemy. While our ideologies may differ, we can work together on this. And as proof of good faith, I may not know exactly where Hartman is, but I can fan the flames over Mockingbird's death and escalate conflicts within the Ravenlock family.
So it was you behind the rumors. No wonder I couldn't trace the source of the public outcry.
I'm not the one who started the rumors. I just helped them spread faster after they leaked. And I pulled a few strings to make sure the story painted Mr. Hugo Vlad as a heroic figure who was unfairly persecuted. As I said before, I had a lot of respect for him, and I'd be happy to clear his name. Now let me lay out my terms for collaboration. After looking into it, I found that the dormant sacrifice you discovered wasn't too many eyes are on me right now, so I can't send. I'd like to ask you to retrieve the sacrifices. I'll make sure to dispose of them once you do. So on top of that, I've asked a friend to help monitor your physical condition, and you don't need to worry about her capabilities. She's a Void Hunter rank
Really? A Void Hunter rank special investigator is going to be assisting us? And she's involved.
That's right. She's heading to Janus Quarter for some business. I wanted to... She prefers to assess things on her own, and will reach out when the time... So it looks like you both are on board with this commission and ready to help recover the...
Void Hunter rank? Siapa ini?
This affects a lot of ordinary people in New Eridu.
I know you won't let me down. Given our positions, we might not be friends. I'll leave the rest to you then. I've got to go.
Ini yang Void Hunter rank itu yang si Yuan itu kah?
I would never turn down Lord Phaethon.
Vivian Yanagi. Mana Yanagi itu?
Superhero Yanagi, awaiting orders. You have my blade is at the ready.
Lord Phaethon, thank you for trusting Mockingbird and me. Has someone already taken the dormant sacrifice from here? Or did the Exaltists decide to relocate it? No. If these dormant sacrifices aren't handled carefully, they could... Did she realize the mayor was...
Did Hartman just make up this intel to get a shot working with us at Tops? I've been walking around forever and haven't found a...
The Ravenlocks have always been a shady bunch. No surprise they've gone downhill over the years.
I heard they were pretty loaded back in the day. What kind of business did they run?
No clue. On the surface, their businesses seemed legit, but who knows what was happening behind the curtain.
Probably something with the sacrifices. I mean, how else would he know about the dormant ones left around here for years? And he was so sure that even if those original sacrifices didn't work out, he had a backup plan.
Backup plan? What could that be?
Well, that's beyond me. What's Tops planning to do with all these?
Don't ask questions, you shouldn't.
All right. And we'll make it just in time to...
Let's get out of here.
Hartman, that fool. She's an exaltist. Human lives have never mattered to her. The more people get dragged in, the greater the...
Vivian, you seem a bit frazzled. Who's this she you keep bringing up?
The she I'm referring to is with the Exalted. That's why the moment I heard about the sacrifices, I never meant to hide anything from you. For me, the Exalted springs so... Lord Faith...
Sure, I'll stop asking. As for everything else...
Lord Faithin... If we weren't in such a hurry, I'll make note of this and make sure to get it. First things first, let's track down those dormant I wish we knew what Hartman's backup plan is. I just can't shake the feeling that... something bad is about to happen. I better not get my shoulder.
Aduh. OBS kok malah merah gini?
Hugo may have done terrible things, but he had his reasons. Mockingbird might be seen as the bad guys by a lot of people, but... Ironically, joining Mockingbird is what put me on the right path.
Udah hijau lagi. Kenapa tadi?
For the first time, I'm needed for more than just my curse.
Tapi kok kayak ada suara chestnya ya? Gimana ini? Ada yang kelewat kah chestnya? Oh ini di sini suaranya dari atas ternyata. Aku kira ada yang kelewat.
Rajpura, waste of time.
Nothing here either. Are we too late? Don't touch me.
I knew it was you.
Camille, what are you doing here, sis? Are you destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Vivian, don't call me sis. I'm not your sister.
Are you trying to stop the Exaltists?
I never left the Exaltists.
You know what Landon did back then!
Lord Landon did it for the Creator. His methods may have been extreme, but they were necessary. Back then, you walked away. You should do the same now. We didn't meet today. Take your friends and leave.
What's wrong? Are you being forced into this? I can help you.
Help me? Like how you helped her? Vivian,
You're crying. You see me, don't you?
No,
You haven't changed a bit, Vivian. No need to hide your tears. I know exactly what's ahead for me. You've made your choice, and I've made mine. One last piece of advice. I won't tell her we met today.
Kamil dari League of
And show
Legends lah.
yourself a...
Camille! Lord Nathan, watch out! I'll tell you what that was about later. Let's take care of the ethereals first.
Nah, damage-nya gede banget.
You've been gone forever. Did you run into any trouble? We searched the coordinates the mayor provided. Most of them were already empty. No dormant sacrifices. Camille, the Exaltists have been actively destroying the dormant sacrifices.
Why would the Exaltists go after the sacrifices?
I saw it too, but I can't figure out why the Exaltists would do this.
And one of them is someone I once knew. I thought she would leave the Exaltists after Landon's death, but she stayed.
Wait, what did I miss? Why do you know so much about the Exaltists, Vivian?
When I was a child, I stayed with the Exaltists for a while. Back then, Landon was one of the most... A lot happened. And after Landon died, I left. I can't turn a blind eye to the sacrifices. I know all too well how many lives have been lost bringing them into existence. Ever since I learned a sacrifice had appeared in Janna's quarter, I haven't been able to stop worrying. I won't let history repeat itself. That's why I asked Hugo to investigate, starting with the Sacrifice Corps.
Vivian.
Please stop. I'm not looking for comfort. I'm just recounting the story for you to understand the situation. We've got bigger things to focus on. But when I do need comforting, I hope you'll make time for me, Lord Vathan. Just so you know, I'm not the easiest to console.
Absolutely. If you're feeling down, we'll be here for you.
Okay. Back to the matter at hand. That conversation between those two TOPS employees back in the Hollow is still bothering me. They said Hartman had a backup plan. And that got me thinking about some news that was lately. There have been mining accidents in Ravenlock-controlled areas. Many workers have died. The families were paid off with huge settlements, way more than usual. No protests, no controversy, and the issue was buried. But considering the Ravenlock's financial position, why would they be so generous with payouts?
That sounds sketchy. Do you think those accidents were faked?
Precisely. I don't think those workers died in mining accidents. I'm planning to reach out to some old friends, see if they've heard anything about this. Do you have time, Lord Vathan?
Sure. Let's go together.
An old friend of mine said she has some new intel. She's like a mentor to me. I learned a lot about data scraping on internet thanks to her.
Ternyata Rain.
Rain! Long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Rain? So you're the old friend Vivian was talking about.
Ternyata.
Yeah, Phaethon. Long time no see.
Rain, you actually know that Lord Phaethon is Lord Phaethon? No, I mean, you actually know Wise is Lord Phaethon.
I didn't know right away. One time, I needed a favor from Nicole. I only found out after meeting them. I mean, who would expect a legendary proxy to be running a video store for a living? Oh, by the way, your idol...
Rain, let's not bring up old stuff. Lord Phaethon...
Why are you all tense? Right! Lord Phaethon lives on 6th Street too, and might know your idol. Remember when you traced that post on Internet to 6th Street and actually went to check it out? And you came back all bummed, like there was only a black cat at the location, and maybe your idol is actually a talking cat. Or...
I think I know that black cat. It hangs around our shop now.
Lord Phaethon, please, let's...
Come on, Vivian. It's been... If you'd just let me, I'd have tracked them down. I get it. You want to find the person who's important to you on your own. But you've tried so hard already. It's okay to lean on me a little, you know.
I shouldn't have come to see you.
Huh? What's wrong?
Rain, Vivian said you might have some intel for us. Should we get into that first?
All right, let's get down to business. The Ravenlock family's claim that those missing workers died in an accident? Don't buy it. The last signal from those workers was near the Hollow. Then communication went dark. I think they were taken into the Hollow. And yesterday, I picked up that the Ravenlock family secretly... I caught a weird distress signal from someone and managed to track down the source. When I tried to reach out, the signal cut out completely. The last trace of the signal was near Lumina Square. Finding someone in real life isn't really my thing, so that's where you come in.
Okay, we'll take a look around. You just said this is something you're sure of. Do you have anything you're not so sure of?
I dug up some info online, and one thing stood out. A few days ago, there were some creepy sounds coming from an abandoned warehouse by the port. The place was locked up, so no one could see what was happening inside. Not sure if it's related to you. If you don't find anything useful around here, it might be worth checking out. Well, that's all I have for you.
Thank you, Rain.
Don't get all emotional on me now. I'm just helping out a friend. This one's on the house, but if you still want to find... I've been curious.
All right, don't worry about it.
Nosy? Nah, just professionally curious. What kind of... But honestly, whoever they are in real life, you've come a long way in the... I much prefer the person you are now. So if you find this person, people will appreciate you for who you are.
Rain...
I might not care about the real world or what it'll be like,
Udah dapat Vivian
but I
kabar?
hope everyone I know can
Halo,
live a
halo
good
Keiwa.
life. I'm counting on you to save
Masih
the
belum
world
dapet
by...
aku.
Alright, I have other business to take care of.
Soalnya udah
So,
habis
I'll
di
leave the
trigger
rest to you.
tabunganku. Ini baru nguli,
Lord Phaethon, please pay no mind to what
baru
Rain said.
PT 10. Masih belum dapat.
That big guy's up ahead. Let's hurry.
Soalnya kemarin all-in di trigger gacha triggernya sama gacha apa itu namanya signaturnya, tapi cuman dapat triggernya doang, signaturnya masih gak dapet.
One Teddy Boo is just too cute, right? I didn't know you helped it too.
Emang bagus banget abang untuk post story karakternya. Apanya yang bagus? Itunya, Viviannya. Bagus sih, damage-nya gede juga. Tapi
Don't take me back,
misalnya
please.
dibilang butuh atau
I was
enggak,
wrong.
kalau untukku
I
sih
know I messed
enggak
up.
terlalu
I don't want
butuh-butuh
your
amat.
money anymore. Please, no.
Soalnya
Who are you?
udah punya banyak
I won't
anomali
say
ya.
anything. I don't know anything. I swear.
Tapi ya
I know
pengen aja.
nothing.
We're not PubSec, the HIA, or the Ravenlock family. We won't force you into anything.
What do you want?
We simply want to know where the Ravenlock
I can't say. I can't tell you. I have a family. They'll hurt them.
Tapi aku juga
You
masih
never
nunggu
saw
itu,
me.
nunggu
Please,
drip
stop
marketingnya kan.
asking.
Don't you wish to
Drip
see your
marketing
family?
2.0.
I don't deserve to see them. It's my fault. I was greedy. I did this to myself.
But your family must miss you dearly. I'm sure they won't blame you.
No, it's my fault.
If the whole ship is...
I'm just a nobody.
If you care about you, even a butterfly flapping its wings can send a tsunami. No one knows how this, but if you do nothing now, we're not here to turn you in. And we won't... I'll help you return to your family.
Hartman offered the money was way too good. We all I thought it was just smuggling or guarding some kind of After we sent in our applications, Hartman's men took us into the Hollow. When we got there, they handed us some pills saying they'd improve our aptitude for ether, for us to last longer in the
Ini
Hollow.
live sampai jam berapa bang? Kurang tahu sih. Paling sampai jam 1 atau 2 gitu. Sampai story-nya
When I woke up,
sampai gak ada kegiatan
I
apa-apa.
saw my coworkers dead in front of me. And there was blood all over my hand. They said something about me being a good experiment, moved me somewhere else and locked me up. But then a blonde guy found me, gave
Soalnya
me a carrot
aku
and
udah
let me go.
endgame banget.
So
Kalau
I
story-nya udah selesai,
It
nggak ada
wasn't
yang
your
dikerjain
fault that
lagi.
your coworkers died. Do you remember the place they first took?
I only remember the first place was like a roof. What exactly was in that box?
Mungkin sampai jam 1
can't
sih.
remember.
Jam 1-an.
I'm not lying. I took just one and my mind felt like it wasn't my own. I'm telling the truth. I'm not trying to run from my mistakes.
I know you're not lying. We'll arrange for your protection. You can rest once this is all over. You...
Sometimes I wonder if you've had some kind of special training, Vivian. No matter who you're up against, you seem to analyze the pros and cons and make a judgment in no time.
Actually, I wasn't always like this. I used to run. There was even a point where I just wanted to disappear. As I wondered, perhaps leaving it all behind could put an end to the pain.
It's hard to picture that. My first impression of you was pretty
Tapi sejauh ini story-nya masih
assertive.
cuman ngumpulin
I was on a
informasi
mission
doang
at
nih.
end, just as
Belum
Rain
ada
said. I've come.
main
Speaking
story-nya.
of Rain, it's quite a coincidence that you two
Masih
know each
cuman
other and are actually close.
ngumpulin
You even know
informasi.
one Denny Boo.
Enough about me. Tell me more.
Looking back, it feels like I've been through a lot lately. Belle and I even lost our faith in account. It's a long story, starting with how the Cunning Hares took something from the Red Fang gang. It should be around this area. Belle told me there's a highly rated store here.
Lord Phaethon!
What's wrong?
I've seen that black cat on 6th Street. That harmonica in the outer ring you mentioned. I've heard it before, too. I've even been to the monument outside Hollow Zero. But none of that
Kucing
was a
hitam yang mana sih?
coincidence.
Yang kita pelihara itu.
It was me. Following you, and now I've finally made it to your side. Ever since I was little, I had been seen as the bringer of bad fortune. I had traveled to many places and witnessed far too much misfortune. Every tear I shed brought disaster. I've heard too many curses to count. I loathed my tears as much as I despised my own existence. Wherever I stayed, Tragedy followed. I had roamed too many places, and each time, it ended the same way. I didn't know where I could go anymore. One night, I stumbled upon a post discussing me.
Main di PC,
Whether they
di
knew me
PC
or
atau HP
not,
Bang ini di PC ini.
everyone seemed convinced that I was. Some mocked me with cruel intent. Some wished I would vanish. It really seemed that my very existence was a disaster. In that moment, as darkness enveloped the city, I saw lights flickering, so many lights. And not knowing where to go, I thought I made up my mind. I decided to take one last look. I wanted to know.
Gak kuat aku main di HP kentang aku.
It was you, Lord Vathan.
HP ku HP kentang.
Huh?
Aku jadi ya mainnya di PC doang.
And I checked with the other Lord Vathan. You were the one using the account at that time. But I know you probably don't remember it. After all, it was just but for me. I wanted to walk the paths you had walked, see the sights you had seen. And then, one day...
So, I have to ask, what exactly did I say?
Well, you'll have to figure it out for yourself.
You're putting my...
So, Lord Vate, not only for that comment you made that day, which was a silver lining for me, but
Komen pas masih jadi Lord
for giving me the courage to
Python.
become who I am today. The Vivian, Lord Vathan. Lycon just sent a message. There's an update.
Ini kayak ini main story kan? Tapi kayak malah kayak story
Looks like
karakternya
Lycon's tied
Vivian.
up with something. He said I should just
Padahal
chill
main
until
story
you're
ini.
back, and then we can talk online. I'll call him now.
Master Proxy, Miss Vivian. The gentleman Rena brought back has stabilized and calmed down now. Based on his account, we've identified where Hartman is hiding the core. He also mentioned that Hartman plans to trade the core with a group of people. We suspect that this group consists of members from the Exaltists.
I knew it. Now that we have the location, it would be splendid if we could seize the sacrifice core before they do.
Precisely. We hope you can head to the location as soon as possible to secure the sacrifice core.
All right, we'll get there right away.
I have other matters to attend to, so I'll leave the retrieval of the sacrifice core in your capable hands. The mayor's friend that he mentioned before will also be assisting you this time. The target coordinates have been shared with her, and she'll meet you there. Please ensure your safety, and I wish you all the best.
I would
Vivian.
never turn down Lord Vathan.
Coba combo apa Vivian Yenagi ya? Vivian Astrayao.
Take a deep breath. The spotlight. You have my complete secure the perimeter.
Aku bingung sih, mending Gacha Vivian atau aku tabung ya? Tabung buat 2.0 lah. Kalau Hugo, aku gak Gacha Hugo.
Where's the sacrifice core?
Camille, you really think I'd stroll around with something this
Soalnya Attacker Ice udah ada
even though the
Ellen,
Ravenlocks and the Exaltists have
terus
been working together
ada
for
anomali
ages.
juga S yang ada Miyabi
I've
juga.
hardly even met Lady Dina.
Kayaknya gak
I'm the one
perlu-perlu amat
offering the
Hugo.
sacrifice core here.
I'm just here to verify that the core you mentioned is real. Our partnership isn't just talk. We need to be sure you have what we need before moving forward.
Sure thing. I'll take it once you verify it's legit. Have Lady Dina come.
All right. Lead.
It seems Hartman is trying to bargain for more. What a greedy and insatiable man. It's just that... Why would they only send Camille for something as... And I can't shake the
Tapi
feeling
kayaknya
that
masih
Camille doesn't
Gacha
want
Vivian
Hartman and
deh.
Dina to meet.
Kalau kalah
What
red
is
off,
that?
kayaknya gak aku lanjut.
So this Dina they were talking about, is she the leader of the Exalt?
Lord Vathan, I really think we should hurry. We must get to where Hartman keeps the core before anyone else does.
I've mapped out a shorter route. but there will be ethereals along the way. I'll leave the fighting to you, Vivian.
Don't worry, Lord Vathan. You're in capable hands. I'll ensure you're safe. Don't touch me. Ethereal! Stay away from Lord Vathan!
I'll handle it.
Make up belumnya lumayan gede juga ya.
Looks like Hartman's trying to negotiate for more leverage. My turn. Let's get out of here before we're spotted. Let's keep moving, Lord Vathan. Don't touch me. Leave the enemies to me, Lord Vathan.
Waste of time.
Wah, langsung mati.
Leave it to me. Don't touch me. Allow me. They're still over there. It looks like they're arguing. This is our chance. Let's hurry. No matter who has the sacrifice core, Hartman or the Exaltists, it would be really dangerous. Hand over what's in the box. We do this the hard way.
Secure the perimeter. Surrender.
You sure talk big.
Let's hurry and secure the sacrifice core. Lord Vathan, the box is empty. So Hartman never kept the core here to begin with?
How did you even find your way here? Where's the core in the box? What did you do with it?
You call this keeping...
Lah, siapa lagi ini?
Vivian, it's been
Dina.
ages. Dina! Oh my, you actually remember me. Look at you.
Fisik baru kah?
Thriving.
Di story ini musuh utamanya monster apa manusia baru? Masih belum kelihatan.
Do you ever dream
Dari
about
tadi
the people
cuman
you've killed?
itu doang.
Are they crying in your
Apa
head all
kayak
night?
informasi doang. Belum ada
no
informasi
idea.
musuhnya.
You had no idea? While you were soaking up all that
Ngikutin
love
story
from
yang
Daddy and
patch
everyone
kemarin
else,
sih.
You had no idea what was... I wasn't...
Lady Dina, Miss Vivian didn't actually...
Camille, when did I say you could meet up with Hartman today?
I just wanted to make sure the sacrifice core is legit.
Really? So loyal. Just a few words from Vivian and you'd be...
I won't, Lady Dina.
Don't even think about betraying me, However, I do understand it's fake.
No way! I got this straight from Hugo! How can you just claim it's fake without any proof?
Ugh, seriously?
Musuhnya tetap yang cewek
The
patch kemarin
sacrifice
itu
core
kan.
can max out the ether part. But look
Siapa
at
itu
your
namanya?
little
Lupa nih.
subordinate. How uncouth. The masterpiece father made for the creator. Isn't this worthless?
So, the real core.
Vivian, where do you think? I don't know. If I knew where the real core was, I'd just... Dina, you understand what the sacrifices are. And you know those who were blessed should know... Oh, they shouldn't... Weren't you the one who decided if it weren't for your tears, how would they have... How self-righteous, Vivian. Their fates... It was you who brought disaster on... Landon just needed an excuse. Whether I shed tears or not. He'd treat living beings as mere... Dina, you know all of this. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Father Vivian, why do you always mess everything up for me? Everything!
Berarti ini
Before and
ayahnya
now
Dina.
again! You just had to ruin my plan. If you don't give me the sacrifice, I told you I don't have the sacrifice. Lord Phaethon, find the right moment.
Oh, really? Then I suppose there...
More ethereals are coming. Too many. No chance to get out of this.
Resistance is futile.
Oh, nice. Who dares get between me and Lord Phaethon?
Such provocations don't go unanswered.
Wah, langsung mati.
Away from Lord Phaethon!
Cepet banget disruptornya.
There are so many. It's
Oh, iya. Siapa namanya? Si Yuan? Yisuan atau
Shun Palace, good fortune, closed gate, safety.
Yisuan kan namanya?
What?
An evil miasma gathers here. Another place of conflict.
Buset, sakit banget. Iya, makanya.
If you wish to avoid disaster, then head southeast.
Padahal ini trial ini. Viviannya Vivian trial.
Now.
Thank you.
Ini playable gak sih Yisuan? Soalnya keren banget gini.
Finally, peace and quiet. You must be wise, right? Mayflower mentioned a special partner might need my help.
May I ask?
I'm the 13th generation master of Yunque Summit. You can call me Yishuan.
Yisuan.
Mayflower passed along your info,
Yishuan.
and I was curious what kind of person you are, so I came to see. At first, I thought it might be a hassle, but your energy feels really calming. Quite nice, actually.
So, you're the investigator the mayor mentioned.
Yes. He also asked me to be your temporary teacher and offer you a bit of guidance.
Guidance?
Teacher.
What does that mean exactly?
Unfortunately, this isn't the right time or place to talk. I have some investigation work to catch up on, and it seems you've got quite a lot on your hands, so let's part ways for now. I'll find a good time to visit you soon.
I'm so sorry, Lord Phaethon. I'm just not feeling very well. I think I'll head back for now. I'll investigate the sacrifice.
You don't look so great. Let's get out of here and figure things.
Oh ya wes, sekarang kalau ke Holo udah gak pakai EOS lagi ya. Langsung masuk ke Holo. Biasanya kan pakai Bengbu itu kan, EOS.
Lord Phaethon, are you going to rest now?
I can head back later, Vivian. You seem a bit off since we left the Hollow. If you want to talk about what's bothering you, I'm here. Sometimes it helps to get it out.
I didn't mean to keep my past from you, Lord Phaethon. When I was little, people thought I brought misfortune, so no matter where I went, no one wanted me around for long. Then, one day, Landon adopted me and brought me to the Exaltus. There, I met Dina, who was so kind to me, treating me like a dear sister. She told me her father, Landon, was a great man who'd one day make everyone stop fearing the Hollows, so all life could live freely inside and outside of them. Tina helped Landon pick people for the blessing, and everyone in the Exaltus respected her greatly. Those who received the blessing would have a better ether aptitude, allowing them to enter the Hollow freely without fear of sudden. Back then, Dina would chat with me every day, always about the Exaltists and her father.
Jadi pengen main lagi tapi HP ku gak kuat.
Landon asked me to step in for Dina.
HP ku juga gak kuat sih.
Landon told me
Jadi ini kan
I
main
didn't
di
only
PC.
bring misfortune, and that if I listened to him, I could
Sekarang
actually
udah gak
help
main lagi
people.
ya?
After that, he'd take me to meet people, and if I shed tears, those who got the blessing could dodge calamities. At
Pakai
first,
itu
I was ecstatic,
nggak pakai itu,
thinking I could help others.
nggak pakai cloud
I
gaming
shared my joy with Dina.
kayak yang pakai Nvidia
That
atau
was when
yang
she started
pakai
to pull
cloud itu
away
loh.
from me.
Kan itu HP kentang bisa itu.
Was that blessing medicine the same sacrifice serum bringer had?
Minusnya ya
Yes.
cuman
To be precise,
internetnya.
it was an
Kalau
early
misal pakai
version of the
data,
sacrifice serum.
nguras banyak banget datanya kalau pakai
Landon's
cloud.
medicine wasn't stable. The medicine Landon developed could boost abilities
Tapi enaknya nggak usah
quickly, but also
download,
sped up
nggak
the
usah download
development of media
zizinya,
corruption.
tinggal main doang.
In the end, most people turned into ethereals.
Kalau pakai
The ethereals were
wifi enak
killed
banget
while
itu.
the
Main
sacrifices
di
were
cloud.
given to the higher-ups of the Exaltists. The Exaltists wanted the sacrifices
Grafik
to hold human
grafik PC,
consciousness.
tapi mainnya di
So
HP.
Landon's medicine was seen as a failure, and he gradually lost influence
Jadi
within
grafiknya
the
bagus banget.
Exaltists. One day, I saw Dina, and tears streamed down my face.
Mainnya di HP,
In a bid
pakai
to save his
grafik PC, nggak usah download.
Landon decided I
Minusnya
had
cuma
always
satu
thought
sih,
that getting the blessing was a good thing,
nyetet datanya banyak.
till I saw terror in
Oh,
Dina's
tapi aku
eyes
pakai
that day.
kuota. Oh,
That evening, I
boros
broke
banget sih
Landon's
kalau pakai
rules for the
kuota
first
main di
time
cloud.
and followed him out of the Exaltist's residence.
Kalau pakai
I
wifi
trailed
ya
him to
enak.
the hollow, where I witnessed someone who had been blessed becoming corrupted. In the end, that person became an ethereal. Then, without hesitation, Landon killed him. Before Landon returned, I went back to the residence and snuck into his study. And there, I uncovered the truths I just told you. And just a few days later, it was time for Dina to be blessed. I wanted to save her and stop anyone else from getting deceived. So, that day, I told everyone present that Landon should be the one to receive the blessing, not Dina. At first, Landon argued, and no one believed me. But, in front of them all, I looked at him and let my tears fall. Lord Landon, please.
Vivian, you...
Why won't you accept the blessing? Were you lying to us?
I'm grateful.
Liar!
Run! Run!
Dina! Vivian, listen to me. Lord Landon's so-called blessing isn't... Father!
It's got nothing to do with us.
Vivian, was this you? Dina, I just don't want to lose my father. You knew? He's my father. Stop being self-righteous, Vivian. I thought once Landon was gone, Dina would leave the Exaltists. I never expected her to continue his research, or that Camille would stay. Camille lost her entire family in a hollow disaster, so she's always supported the Exaltists. She's not a bad person. She's just someone searching for hope. She joined the Exaltists very early on, and even watched Dina grow up. That day, she was just so desperate to save Dina that all these years she's been following Dina, taking care of everything out of... But I didn't just fail to save Dina. I see misfortune approaching, but I can never change its course. Maybe I really am a bringer of misfortune.
No, you're not the one causing trouble. Whatever went down with the Exaltist, it was Landon who was pulling the strings. As for Dina and Camille, they knew the truth and they made their choice. The hollows and the disasters they caused took more than just their loved ones. Not all survivors cling to obsession and hatred like those two do.
Lord Phaethon.
You need to believe in yourself, Vivian. From what I can see, you're handling this sacrifice crisis pretty well on your own. Besides, you told me you really like who you've become. I hope that you can believe in that, at the very least.
Yes, that'll always be true. Thank you for listening to my story today. Years have gone by, but I've never had the courage to face all this. Maybe Dina and I were meant to meet today, so I could finally spill it all out. It lightens my heart a little. Lord Vathan, you truly are a wonderful listener.
Not just today. Whenever you're feeling down, know that I'm here for you.
I will. It's been such a long day. You must be exhausted. I'll track down the location of the sacrifice core and let you know what I find. Good night, Lord Vathan. Shawl, I didn't expect you to be working here.
Oh, bacanya Shal ya ternyata.
I was just covering someone's shift. The
SJAL,
screening here is
Shal.
super strict, and I was afraid the supervisor would realize I was new and subbing for someone, so I hid in the control room during the supervisor's inspection. So I happened to bump into this guy, a blonde man wearing a hat, and I think he was checking some footage. Then he logged that footage into the tape he... Later, I found that part of the footage had been...
Blonde, wearing a hat.
Do you know him?
I think it's him if it were Hugo. Thank you, Shaw. You were a big help.
Great! You also helped me a lot when I started working. I used to make... If it weren't for you cleaning up my messes, I would have been fired at 8. All right, go ahead and...
Suaranya Shal ini agak beda ya. Apa perasaanku doang ya? Apa gara-gara dia ngomongnya cepet jadi suaranya agak beda gitu. Hugo and Camille, League of Legends.
If I'm not mistaken, you and Vivian share the same goal. Silence is no good for negotiation.
I just don't want Dina to reach a point of no return.
Hasn't she already reached that point with what she's doing?
The formula for the Landon serum was lost, but a batch survived. And Dina was able to develop a substance that can be used for mind control. If the dormant sacrifice and the remaining Landon serum are destroyed, we can put an end to this.
And the sacrifice core?
That belongs to the creator, not... Although I find Landon's methods despicable, I can't deny that I just don't want Dina to spend her life...
I mean, no offense, but I find your protectiveness rather... I will confirm the location of the dormant sacrifice and find the chance to relay the information to you. I do not want any of my people to be going into danger. As for the sacrifice core, I can only guarantee that it will not fall into her hands. As for how things will ultimately play out...
The creator will guide me.
Camille was actually destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Compared to Camille's motives, I'm more concerned about whether Hugo has more plans lined up.
Hugo.
Wise, Lycon just sent a message saying he's got something urgent that he needs to talk.
All right, let's patch him in.
Master Proxy, I apologize for disturbing you. We have just learned that the Ravenlock family will host a banquet tonight. This banquet is rather special, as they're allowing members of their family to invite business partners to attend. With Hartman at the center of controversy, there are many members of the family who are eager to use this opportunity. The mayor has been spreading rumors of a young tycoon
Makan
who
bang.
inherited a
Nanti
sizable
aku habis
fortune
ini
and is
kalau
looking
udah
to
selesai
partner
sih
with a
baru
person
makan.
from an old and influential family. This information has lured a young
Kamu
man
udah makan
named
belum?
Burton from the Ravenlock family.
So, you want me to pose as this tycoon and use Burton to infiltrate the banquet?
Correct. And Hartman's
Ini sama
study is also located within the venue.
aku makannya nanti.
Hartman's study might hold valuable
Tadi
information.
udah beli boba sih aku tadi.
It seems like there's nothing left for...
Boba milk tea.
Attend as her +1.
+1? Lord Phaethon!
Master Proxy, it seems Miss Vivian requires your presence, so...
Yes! Just your presence will help.
Sure. If we go together, we'll be able to keep an eye out for each other.
I'll send you the time and place for the meeting with Burton. If you encounter any danger, please evacuate immediately or contact me for backup. I hope everything goes well for you tonight.
Oh, masih banyak ternyata. Baru sampai sini. Go entertainment using on aspect exalted. Oh, berarti ini Exaltis ini musuhnya. Lawan Exaltis. Oh, ini baru season 1 epilog loh padahal. Literally belum masuk season 1. Baru season 1 epilog. Epilog tuh penutup ya. Oh iya, penutup. Lupa aku malah. Aku lupa malah, aku kira yang pembuka itu prolog. Berarti ini udah terakhir kan ini? Berarti 1.7. Nggak ada 1.8 kan? Apa ada ya?
Miss Banshee, I believe I've shown you my sincerity. Now how about you?
Sincerity? My presence here is a show of sincerity.
If we're to work together, Miss Banshee, you should drop your pretentious act.
Kalau quest main story ini aku baca.
If I were to come
apalagi ada suaranya gitu kan.
I probably wouldn't even
Aku
be able to
nyimak
make
nih.
it out the front door.
Kecuali kalau yang nggak ada suaranya, biasanya aku
And
skip.
even brought along my most precious companion. Does that not show my deepest sincerity?
No need for such an off-color joke. Our door is always open for those coming or going.
We both know
Even
what's
sama
what.
side quest aku
So let's
skip.
cut the small talk. I know far more about how the Ravenlock family made their fortune than most here. I am also well aware of why Hartman, despite such a massive scandal,
Oh?
Exaltists, blessing, sacrifice, Landon.
How did you know that?
If I'm not mistaken, it's about time the banquet began. My companion and I are practically famished. Is this how you treat your Perhaps when we've had our fill.
You know where the sacrifice is?
So, can we go? And I'm also looking. We can discuss what you wish to know.
Of course. I wouldn't let such. As for dessert, I will prepare it. I'll come find you later.
kinds of people are exhausting to deal with. I really don't know how Hugo used to put up.
Was there a special meaning to the dessert you mentioned just now? I thought he'd stay for longer, but he left once you said that.
Hugo taught me that bringing up dessert in such situations is a way of telling the other party they need to offer more. Fortunately, that old fox Hartman is terrified of. He's definitely keeping the destruction of the sacrifice and the fact that the sacrifice core is fake hidden from the other family member. Otherwise, Burton wouldn't have been so willing to raise his offer. Lord Phaethon, let's find Hartman's study when the banquet is...
All right. I've already taken note of the surrounding terrain. Once more people arrive, we'll enter the garden through the door in the corner of the banquet hall.
Wherever you go, I'll follow, Lord Phaethon. Isn't this going a bit too well?
The security outside of the manor is really strict, but maybe it's more lax on the inside? Just in case, though, let's contact Lycon.
Right. Having some backup would be safer.
Lycon.
Let's check Hartman's recent correspondences for clues.
Right. Though the core he gave Dina was fake, Hartman might have left a trick up his sleeve and hit...
Then let's split up.
Esteemed guests, is the catering at so much so that these two distinguished guests don't want to... Well, after Burton, that greedy... But I never expected that he would bring... I suppose I should... Otherwise... Vivian, tell him I shall be taking the wealth and power of the bullet.
Dear uncle, why must we be so distant with one another? You can just tell me what you...
Hugo!
Uncle, you must know a Ravenlock will never stop until they get what... Did you really think I would be defeated so...
You filthy bastard!
Petty, perhaps you'd like to know what I managed to accomplish using this
Gak jadi mati ya. Padahal kan di patch sebelumnya kan kayak itu kan dikena Lycan kan.
Faking my own death.
Kena pisaunya Lycan enggak sih? Terus jatuh. Itu apa Hugo?
It was just to keep Hartman off my back, but maybe I went a little overboard. The manager must be pretty shaken up. I should apologize at some point.
You're taking longer to rest than I expected.
Lycon, you think too... Well, thank you for your cooperation. I must say, if nothing else, at least your acting skills have improved. Why do you look so angry? You should be happy. We pulled that off together with flawless teamwork and managed to fool everyone.
Drop your foolish facade.
I'm glad you still remember the code we set all those years ago. And thank you for ensuring your sleight of hand didn't deteriorate. Oh, right. I should also thank the blood bag hidden in my clothes and our other props. Do you remember when we last used this trick? It was probably ages ago.
Sometimes I really don't understand you. Have you never thought about what the consequences would be if I didn't understand your code? If I decided against helping you? Or if I just couldn't control my...
You'd understand it, of course. If things really did, you wouldn't be so arrogant as to think I'd bet it.
You're insane.
Aw, I'm...
So what exactly is the purpose behind all this? Surely after going to such great lengths to erase your own existence, you don't just plan to hide here and reminisce about the past with me. Don't try to brush this off.
Don't get your tail in a twist. I have more plans that require your assistance, so naturally I would not hide anything from you. Simply put, as things stand, whether as Hugo Vlad or as Mockingbird, I am doomed to die.
Seems you've made quite a few enemies.
As a member of the Ravenlock family, I negotiated with Edmund and managed to obtain resources from Tops for my future plans. I also confirmed what attitude they held toward your master, the Mayflower family. Meanwhile, I used my identity in Mockingbird to strike a deal with Hartman and gather information on their collaboration with the remnants of the Exaltists. That's where I got my intel on what Bringer left. Oh, by the way, the crime declaration letter that your dear mayor received, that was also sent by yours truly. He's probably figured that out by now, right? Though I'm not sure if he told you.
The mayor learned about the sacrifice attacks through his own means, but lacked an opportunity to take action. That warning letter was precisely what he needed.
You aren't hopeless yet. How delightful. In short, I'm more well-informed than your lot because I get around, dealing with all these different important figures. But of course, it comes at a cost. It's only fair. After all, you can't hide the smoke from a wildfire. Rather than trying to carefully tame it and risk setting yourself alight, it's better to let it burn free.
When I helped you put on your little act, killing you in front of everyone, you left the sacrifice core to Hartman. That was intentional too.
Oh, yes. And it worked like a charm, didn't it? Now no one cares for me anymore, and all eyes are on Hartman. Another crucial point is Vivian and Phaethon. I must sever any tie. Although I feel bad for Phaethon about what happened, that's the only way they would be safe, allowing the plan to continue.
I noticed that you never turned your blade toward Master Proxy. So, those were...
I will bloody my hands. I will carry... Obviously. It was all an act.
Hugo.
Would you believe me if I said it? But unfortunately, it's not. I want revenge on the Ravenlock family. And I will make sure that Of course. I also promised Vivian that I would help her investigate the whole thing with the Exaltists. That's...
You don't look too...
No. Lycon, do you have a place that is sufficient?
What exactly are you doing?
Don't look at me like that. Hartman recently obtained a bizarre substance, most likely. After use, it allows control of the victim.
You were dosed with...
To be more precise, Lycon, I deliberately... After finding out about it, I quickly found someone to... The good news is he gave me a very low dosage. There's a different medication that can delay its onset, preventing me from actually being under his The bad news is that currently there is... When I delay those effects, however, they will... And that's exactly what's happening now. So, I will... Look, I've tied my limbs to prevent me from smashing this place or accidentally hurting myself. Anyway, after you leave...
I recommend seeking professional medical assistance.
This is advice I received from a doctor. So, I got all you need to do.
What if I want to stop you?
You know you won't succeed. Well...
I understand. Don't die, you
Hugo jahat apa baik? Kalau dari ceritanya sekarang sih baik. Tapi kayak ya cuman apa perbuatan jahat-jahatnya itu ke yang jahat ya. Jadi bisa dibilang ya kayak temen sih.
Looks like someone's over there. Might as well go ask.
Hugo itu kayak musuhnya musuh gitu loh. Jadi buat kita ya temen. Musuhnya musuh adalah teman kita. Ya kayak gitu Hugo kurang lebih.
It's all your fault. I wish I had never get. If you die, he'll come back. We'll have another, more perfect child. One who will inherit the Ravenlock family blood then. So, Hugo.
Ini mimpinya lah.
So...
That's because you don't want to wake up again.
Who are you?
I am you. Hidden. You want to kill her every time she beat you without reason. Why not admit your hatred? As you are, you can hunt her down and make her pay for the living hell of a child.
Yes. I hate her because she was foolish and shallow, greedy and stupid. I hate her, so she chose to blame me. Blame me for my heterochrome, but I won't kill her. Because I know it won't change.
Have you been brainwashed by that?
Don't compare. I've simply come to understand love or hate. I make my own choices.
She sold you to the Ravenlock family without you. Does it not torment? Kill her.
But now, well...
Stop lying. This weak-minded. Do you still not get it? If you want to change anything, you must first become the one who makes the rules. Just like that woman. The only reason she could treat us that way was because we were weak. So listen to me. Find that woman, kill her, and prove to this world your strength! Why forgive them? They don't deserve it.
I'm not forgiving them. Or rather, I don't care about them. They don't even matter, at least not yet. You know, perhaps the person I hate the most, the one I truly cannot forgive, has never been someone else, but rather my weak, powerless past self. I hate myself for having neither the strength nor the courage to, and that me is you. So, I
You'll work your pretty words, me.
I see. This is still an illusion. I wonder who's going to show up this time.
Brother!
Lah, kemana ini?
Hugo, let's play hide and seek. I'm already hiding. You'll find me, right? Like you always do.
Ini ya? Itu demon benci Hugo kah? Kok suaranya kayak orang yang menyimpan kebencian? Enggak. Itu Hugonya sendiri tuh. Kayak inner demonnya. Kayak itu dari dirinya sendiri. Kayak apa itu namanya? Perasaan buruknya di diri sendiri. Apa itu namanya ya? Inner demon itu apa bahasa Indonesianya?
It was because of me.
That's right. It was because of you.
Kayak inner, pokoknya ya sesuatu yang buruk di dirinya sendiri gitulah. Inner demon. Aku bingung bahasa Indonesianya apa ya? Yang demonnya itu enggak itu Hugonya sendiri itu. Kayak rasa takutnya Hugo gitu loh. Itu pikirannya sendiri, pikiran jahatnya Hugo.
Still looking in the wrong spot. I can't believe you still haven't found me after all this time.
Inner demon, iblis dalam diri sendiri.
Have you forgotten about me?
I haven't forgotten.
It's okay. I'll forgive you. I'll still be nice to you, just like before. I was the only one who was ever nice to you, wasn't I? Then tell me, why do good people always suffer? Why is kindness always punished instead? Tell me, Hugo, why? Hugo, are you lost? Go back the way you came. I left you a surprise there.
Nah ini demon yang ini kan, itu Hugo-nya sendiri ini. Inner demonnya, kayak kebenciannya atau gimana gitu. Inner demon.
I told you that you would eventually return.
We meet again, my friend.
I told you, I am you. The side of you that you've always...
Of course. I know. This time it's about Serena. Right?
Yes, your half-sister. And the only child in the Ravenlock family who was kind to you. Unfortunately, it was her kindness that led to her untimely death.
It was my fault.
I don't like the way you blame yourself, because that means I'm to blame as well. And I don't think I did anything wrong. Your mother sold you to the Ravenlocks. And your father, he saw your talent and wanted to use you to push the other children.
My brothers and sisters wanted to get rid of me from the moment they first saw me.
In their eyes, you were no more than a slave. But Serena dared to treat you, a slave, as if you were human. And so, she was fated to die.
They tried to kill me many times, but I was careful, and they did not succeed.
So they killed Serena, who was weaker, an easier target, and pinned everything on you. Serena died in your place. Those cruel brats thought that by reporting this to Father, they could use it to get rid of you, a rival who threatened their positions. Yet, not only did Father not blame you for the incident...
In this world,
And that's exactly what you managed to live... You found a perfect opportunity thereafter to catch the ringleader of the group who framed you and almost beat him to death. Oh, you should have seen the expression on your face back then. Oh, crazed and manic with utmost delight.
I don't remember that.
Here you go again, trying to deny your desires. Deep down inside, you've always wondered, asking yourself why these evil people never got the punishment they deserved. Why the world is so unfair. Don't you want to rip them to shreds? Just like that day when you beat that boy's face into the dirt until he was barely recognizable. His disgusting blood staining your fists. Recall your exhilaration, your cathartic release of rage, that outpour of hatred. That victory belongs to you.
Those brothers and sisters of mine are all dead. I cannot.
They died by Hartman's head.
Boring.
Itu kan
I
wujud
find
aslinya
it
Demon Hugo.
hilariously
Ya.
ironic. Children who would murder their own kin for scraps of
Kayak
power
sisi
dead at the
jahatnya
hand
Hugo
of
gitu
their
loh.
uncle who followed their example.
Sisi jahat Hugo yang ada di dalam dirinya
Is
sendiri.
that not karma?
Inner demon namanya.
Power struggles, pitting kin against each other, betray. It's like a curse written into the Raven.
Don't forget, my dear.
That's right, my dear nephew. No matter how much you deny it, the blood of the survival of the fittest. Only the strongest deserve to live.
Tapi kayaknya itu cuma visualisasi sih, bukan wujud aslinya. Soalnya kan inner demon ini kan kayak sifat doang, sifat di dalam dirinya Hugo. Nah kayak ini kan Hartman ini kan, ini nggak Hartman yang asli ini. Ini inner demonnya Hugo jadi Hartman.
You are destined to one day become someone like me, like your father.
Ini masih di pikirannya, yang Hartman tadi ya juga inner demonnya juga.
I can see you trembling.
I won't.
You won't become so relaxed. Our soul.
Jadi ya wujud asli gak ada wujud aslinya. Ya inner demon ya inner demon.
Deep within your heart lies a spine.
Wujudnya bisa apa aja. Demonnya bisa pinjam tubuhnya Hugo kayak Sukuna. Oh gak tahu aku kalau itu.
Lycon.
Mungkin.
Never thought I'd be this genuinely thankful to see you.
Kayaknya sih enggak sih.
Seeing you means this never-ending nightmare is finally over. I don't want to hear something like that from you. You have no idea what that man, my father, is really like.
A person who stops at nothing for their own interests and ambitions. Just like what you're doing right now.
And what do you think I'm doing this for?
All of this was part of your plan. You knew where the Ravenlock family was going to be, so you set Mockingbird's target there. To seek revenge, you plotted to assassinate your own father, but he was too vigilant, and you failed. After almost being assassinated, your father was furious and locked everyone in the hall, but was unable to find the assassin.
And what a coincidence that a hollow disaster just occurred in the vicinity. So he used it to eliminate all the unfamiliar faces there, turning them into victims of the hollow, an easy feat for the Ravenlock family. So, the one who killed innocents was my father.
Oh, ngelag dikit. Oh, udah normal.
You knew what choice an extremist like him would make. And you used the chaos to once again attempt an assassination.
Tadi merah sebentar, nggak tahu kenapa.
You succeeded. You killed your own father at the cost of innocent lives. Admit it, Hugo. You don't care about anyone else. The only thing you care about is your revenge. How is that any different from your...
Enough. I'm tired. I may hate him for betraying me, but he wouldn't say something like that.
What?
You aren't like the other me, hidden deep within my heart.
Nah kayak tadi Lycannya ya gak Lycan asli, cuman inner demonnya.
It seems you've already grown accustomed to this.
Just as you said, you are me, and I am you. There's no such thing as having an advantage over oneself. We are ultimately one and the same, forever inseparable.
Then you should know what I want to say. When you and Lycan split, you didn't even try to clear up the misunderstanding, didn't deny or argue against what he said. Because you realized that deep down, he was right about you. You just hadn't acted on it yet. Some people live only to bring more suffering into this world. Sometimes, murder is what brings justice back into this world.
For that, I must stain these hands in blood.
That's right. Just like what you said before you faked your death. Were those words really just an act? To slay the dragon, you must first become one with sharp claws, rending fangs, and strength enough to destroy anything. You know the truth better than anyone. If you hadn't hesitated and instead seized the first opportunity to kill your father, none of what followed would have happened. Innocent civilians wouldn't have died. Your partner wouldn't have lost an eye and both legs trying to save people. And Mockingbird would have never gotten to that point. You can save more people. Save good people. Save more lives than the evil ones you take.
I've spent countless hours in regret over that incident.
So why not submit to your true nature? You want to be the judge, jury, and executioner of this world. And you can.
I wasn't responsible for Father's death. The true mastermind is my uncle, Hartman. His schemes to kill the head of the family were all so he could take control. Mockingbird was simply unlucky enough to get caught up in it. So, for a behemoth like the Ravenlock family, with its roots so deep, a single person's death, regardless of who that person is, wouldn't change anything. Of course, whether it's Tops, the Mayflower family, or even the entire world, it's actually all the same. I refuse to be dragged down by pointless hatred any longer.
You foolish. Or are you going to follow Lycon and Jack's twisted logic? Come on. You don't actually trust anyone? Otherwise, why would you hide this whole scheme of... You've built an impenetrable wall around your heart, keeping everyone out. Of course you are right to do so. No one in this world can be trusted. Always. All you'll receive is hatred from your own blood and no love. Suspicion from your companions, and betrayal that comes all too easily. But you stay silent, that's why. But remember, and we are children. Come.
But you, and I'll never lose.
Di mana ini? Lawan inner demon ya ini.
Think about all the injustice you've suffered. That way, if you choose to forgive, you're betraying yourself.
Letting you consume me would be the real betrayal to myself.
You're just afraid to admit it. Beg for mercy. You're too scared to face your true self and what you truly
Keren banget. Apa itu namanya combatnya? Aku bingung malah Gacha Hugo apa enggak ya? Gameplaynya sih keren.
Thank you. Don't be afraid.
Kasihan gameplaynya
You
jadi
and I are
samsak.
inseparable.
Jadi
You're
samsak
part of
doang
me,
fungsinya.
just as I am part of you.
Tapi gameplaynya keren banget sih. Masalahnya polikromku seret. Pengen semua tapi gak ada polikrom.
No.
Dibanding Vivian,
It's
gameplaynya
not
lebih
just
bagus ini.
platitudes. I finally understand now. Some pain only fades when it's seen. When it's accepted.
Masalahnya Attacker S udah ada Ellen lalu sama
So I
ada
won't
Miyagi.
fight you anymore. I won't hate myself anymore. Weakness, hatred, malice, strength, forgiveness, justice.
Sadar kah ini tadi?
Hugo, it's time. Hugo, you...
Did I scare you? I made it through. I won. No praise for me, my dearest partner. This is just like what I saw in my dream. Ah, my former partner.
Are you sure you're...
How about we fight?
I refuse to fight someone who is in need.
How thoughtful.
I'd rather you not... Not to your liking.
No, I've just gone to... Either way.
Now tell me.
Just going a bit crazy but... If I had to put it into words, it would be like giving myself psychological therapy. You seem like you could benefit from some too. How about it? Want to book a session with me?
Seems you really have recovered.
Well, of course. I'm feeling pretty great right now. Like I could argue with you all day on every petty detail of who exactly was in the wrong back then.
I wanted to ask. What you said about Mockingbird before, when you faked your death, was that part of the act?
Oh, you mean the part about how Mockingbird has never really changed anything? I didn't expect you to still be so hung up on this. Interesting. After all, it was you who chose to betray Mockingbird. To betray me.
Just as I said before, I never considered perhaps Mockingbird deviant. You shouldn't reject the thing.
I have contemplated this before. Yes. Mockingbird has helped some people and has genuinely managed to cause trouble for those who abuse their positions of power for evil. Yet those in high positions still possess immense resources, and the people we helped remain destitute and suffering, willing to become slaves to those in power for scraps. But just as you said, even if what we did was childishly idealistic and flawed, as little as we actually achieved, even the slightest change is by no means meaningless. Nothing holds more value to me than Mockingbird. All right, let's catch up later. I still have things to do and need to wrap up my plan.
I thought you would rest up first.
As much as I would prefer that. My dear uncle and the Exaltist fanatics likely would not give me such an opportunity. If all has gone to plan, the fish will have taken the bait already. And if everything goes very well, I'll soon have solid evidence of the Ravenlock family's crimes. Well then, thank you for your assistance, former partner. Let's part ways here.
I'll go with you.
Lycon, surely you don't think that because I just recovered, I'm too weak to deal with those useless fools.
Hartman's actions will disturb the safety of New Eridu. As I serve the mayor, I should intervene.
Very well, whatever. Let's go. And don't slow me down.
Ini skip aja ini, nggak ada suaranya.
I'm sure you've heard about the missing workers from companies under the Ravenlock family, too. Those are Ravenlock's men. The workers with them are the victims who were tricked into going into the Hollow.
Keren gini gameplaynya.
Bunch of nobodies. Annoying as hell. Kill them!
You're welcome to try.
Oh iya, harus lewat sana ya.
More workers here. And quite a lot of them.
Is Hartman behind this, too?
Of course. He threw them into the Hollow like offerings for the Exaltists.
There's more over there. Let's hurry.
It's different this time. Don't rush in. Let's listen in on what they're saying first. I still need more direct evidence to ensure the plan is absolutely foolproof.
The compensation you promised. It's all real, right? All we have to do is follow you into the Hollow for some simple tasks, and you'll give us a huge sum of dennies. Sounds real suspicious.
Shut your trap. You keep yapping and asking questions. If this is all so suspicious, why were you so eager to sign up for it?
Because I don't have a choice. My daughter was previously caught in the Hollow disaster and suffered severe corruption. The treatment costs have completely drained her.
It's the same for me. A serious illness at a senior age. I need the money.
Who would risk taking a job like this unless they were desperate? I'll do it. No matter how suspicious. As long as I can get paid, I'll do anything. Even risk my life.
Wait, you people from the Ravenlock family, you're part of a big company in Tops. You wouldn't go back on your word, right?
Don't worry, you'll get every denny you were promised. But before we start, you all need to take this medicine first.
Bro, should we really be doing this already?
These workers keep talking. We're wasting time like this. And the sooner they take it, the sooner it'll be over. Consider it an early release for them.
What? You didn't say anything about having to take pills before. Look, this is good stuff, all right? It'll increase your ether aptitude. There's tons of people who'd kill for something like this.
Exactly! You'll be working in the Hollow for several hours. This is essential medication. You have to take it before we continue. If you refuse, then you can forget about the job. Of course...
Lycon, what are you doing? Rescuing those workers, of course. There's clearly something off about those pills. We can't let them take...
Now is not the right time. As I said, we need more evidence to ensure the plan works.
And as I said many years ago, you can't exploit innocence to achieve your goal.
So that's how you see it.
If that's not what you want me to think, then explain everything to me.
All right. It's a little complicated, but simply put, these workers will be fine. Of course, it's your choice to trust me or not. But if you try to rush in, I will stop you.
I trust you.
All right. Now we can go and beat...
Don't forget, you also don't overdo it and kill them.
All right, Your Holiness. Workers...
Who the hell are you?
Why don't you take a guess?
We're the ones here to stop you.
Can't remember the last time we worked this well as a team. Your legs, how are they feeling?
I'm fine.
To be honest...
God damn it! Who the hell are you?
Ravenlock. Savor the name while you can, for it will soon...
What's that supposed to mean?
It means exactly what I said. Sever your ties while you can. You still have a chance to walk your own path.
The family's honor comes above all else.
Is that really? You're not from the main family, right? That...
I don't have a choice.
You always have a choice. All right. Don't worry, Lycon. I didn't...
How's that? My acting's pretty good.
As always. Assert. I'll leave the rest...
Okie dokie.
Ravenlock family.
Okay, now can you...
As you can see, that worked. The pills were swapped out with outside of this batch, but rest assured, the antidote for it is already in development. I found the best in the field.
I wanted to ask. The reason you decided, besides getting evidence, it was also to collect...
It seems you're not
I thought you were just... Then...
The truth is... Before he passed away in that small attic, when Jack called you aside and gave you those warnings.
Ini siapa ini? Jack.
When he told me you might go down the wrong path.
That's right.
You never said anything.
What would I even do? You know there's no way I'd allow myself to do so. Besides...
Jack.
It's all in the past. You don't need to explain anything to me. Enough. If we're going to reminisce over the... Lycon, it was a scheme Hartman devised to take... I did indeed attack my father, and even before that, even now, but I know...
You...
I know we may never agree. I once wanted to fight against those ugly truths that defined me. So... as long...
You've changed.
Don't patronize. I still disagree with Jack. I will walk the path I believe is right, but...
Should I say thank you?
You're welcome.
It was just an accident. Not your fault. I'm doing well now. I hope you are too. On the contrary, perhaps I should be the one apologizing. I misjudged you. I used to think you wanted power. that everything you did was...
I am a god. I am my own god. Or you could say that in this world, there are many things, just as I said before. Let's go. I to witness the...
You really think you can take my... Your little tricks mean nothing. As
Have
long as the
family.
Ravenlock family stands, I can still get back...
You still don't get it. This was never about avenging my father. I didn't come this far just to kill you. That right on cue.
On behalf of TOPS, I'd like to clarify that we had no... TOPS is officially terminating all partnerships with the Ravenlock family, effective...
Are you crazy?
Thief? Oh, Uncle. I'm the name people whisper about. The one who... I'm the master con artist, who can fool anyone, anytime. I'm the leader of Mockingbird. I have friends who'd catch me if I fall, partners who'd shed tears for me, and you're the one who needs the Ravenlock name. I never...
You want...
You flatter me.
Hugo.
You've done well, Vivian.
Gameplaynya bagus banget sih.
You had better give
Tapi
me an
masalahnya-
explanation.
And here I
Hologram-ku
thought this
tipis
would be a
banget.
touching reunion.
Dan juga udah punya
What's
Ellen
with all
sama
the
Miyabi.
anger?
Udah kebanyakan S.
I'm a member and I mourned your...
Listen, Vivian. I've always been so I don't hesitate to, but it is in any case. Lycon's taking care of. Also, wise. Thank you. Hugo.
Master Proxy.
Did you know about Hugo's plan to...
You are a student of the mayor's late friend. Mr. Hugo Vlad.
You two sure are...
For the sake of a certain old... I learned from Camille that Dina sacrifices created this way will not retain their minds and will indiscriminately... So the Exaltists don't do this. But Dina's concoction can control people's minds. If a person takes the pill and is injected with the serum although the dormant sacrifice has...
Putting aside the sacrifice for now.
The real core...
Here?
Vivian, do you remember when I suggest...
I remember.
How about our dear Proxy take out... I will hand over this core to the mayor as agreed, since he fulfilled his
No.
Since we have the sacrifice core, all we have to do now is stop Dina from using
Yes, and...
Hopefully with no...
All right. I'll contact you again.